you already know that binary logics, we are dealing with two values which are 0 and 1. Okay, and three types of logic operations are there, which are AND operation, OR operation, and NOT operations. And for these operations, we are denoting our variables with some capital letters or small letters. Okay, so for an example, this A, B, C, any letter. Okay, and in binary logic function, you have you have one function in the form of expression. Okay, and that function having some variables. Okay, those variables are represented in letters, and these expressions are basically combination of variables. In the form of plus means we will see that the meaning of plus is or, this is and, or in the form of some complement one, or may have some constant letters, constants like 0 or 1. Okay, so we will take one example of a binary logic function, which is f of function of a comma b, and we are representing this one as like a bar dot b plus b bar. Okay, this dash means it is a bar symbol. Okay, we can write this one as this in this way also, a bar dot b plus b bar. Okay, both of these are same. So one more function, that is z, which is a combination of x, y, z, is x dot y plus z bar, and we can write this one also in this way, x dot y plus z bar. Okay, and AND gate, OR gate, and NOT gate are basically three operations which you need to be very clear. Okay, in which AND and OR gate are like binary operations, and that is unary operation. Okay. So whenever you are doing AND, like you are representing with a symbol, with a notation dot. So A dot B, function of AB equal to A dot B, and if you do A dot B, your function will be 1 if and only if A and B both are 1. Okay, so we will go to or the OR expression is A plus B. Okay, so this function z will be 1 if either of A or B is 1, then the whole combination will be 1. So similarly, you see this NOT gate, that is A bar. This is A bar. Okay. So whenever you if you want H equal to 1, A need to be 0. Okay, that's why after complementing it, you are getting 1. So we will discuss all those things in a very in a detail manner. So basically, NOT gate is some simply with, if you want to represent this NOT gate with a symbol, this is the symbol for NOT gate. Okay, we can represent this as this also. Both the things are same. Okay, so in general we are using this symbol. So you will see this symbol like in most of the books. They are using this symbol as a general symbol for NOT gate operation. So whenever we are giving A as our unary input, okay, whenever we are giving A, I am getting A bar, okay, as my output. So if I write the truth table means all the combinations of inputs. Okay, so whenever I write the truth table, if I give 0 complement, I will receive 1 at the output, and if I give 1, I will receive 0 at the output. Okay, the same thing is there in AND gate also. Like in AND gate, your expression is A dot B, and your inputs are A and B. Okay, this is the function Y in term of AB. So whenever you write a truth table, okay, you can see there are all combinations of input 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Except these combination, there is no other possible combination for A and B. Okay, so you check that when you are taking A 0 0, you are getting 0. When you take 0 1, you will get 0. When you take 1 0, you will get 0, and you are getting one in a single case, that is when both the input A and B uh, are 1. Okay, so now we are going in a similar way for OR gate also. That is also a binary gate. Like if you are giving A and B as an input and your function is represented with A plus B, and you take all the possible combination that is in the form of truth table, you will find out that whenever any of these value is 1, either A or B, your output will be 1. Okay, so when you compare these three tables together, you can see that whenever you want to inverse your input at the output side, you are using NOT gate. Okay, whenever you want that whenever you are doing OR operation, if any of your A is 1, you will get final output as a 1. Okay, in the case of AND gate, whenever your both the inputs are 1 1, then your final output is 1. If any of these is 0, you will get 0 as your output. Okay, so the thing is, basically you are doing you are doing dot A dot B whenever you are doing AND operation. Okay, if your input are A and B, so we will take like if I am taking A and B both as a 0 0. Okay, from the truth table you have already seen, you will get 0 dot 0 equal to 0, and similarly 0 dot 1 equal to 0, 1 dot 0 equal to 0, and in the case of in the last case 1 dot 1 equal to 1. Okay, so that is actually a binary multiplication. Okay, this AND resembles binary multiplication. So what you are doing here, that is a binary multiplication. Okay, so basically multiplication and logic operations, they are different. Okay, so it and resembles binary multiplication. It's not multiplication. This symbol, dot symbol, denoting that and logic operation. Okay, and if you do OR, it resembles basically binary addition. Okay, so in binary addition, this case is different. Like if you add 1 plus 1, okay, so I have told you many ways to add 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 means you already there in 1, and if you are adding 1, you are landing up with 0. And in addition, in the previous few lectures, you have seen that is 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 0. Your answer is 0 plus, and 1 is carry. Okay, this is there in addition. Okay, but in case of or logic operation, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 means, or in like logical operation means, you can understand in such a way that 0 means nothing, 1 means everything, because we are categorizing all the things in two logic, either 0 or 1. Okay, so 0 you can understand as a nothing. Okay, 1 you can understand as a everything. Okay, or in the term of signal, if you are talking about 0 1, and if you are sending only 0 1 data in the term of signal, 0 means you are not sending anything, 1 means you are sending something. Okay, so in the term of voltage, if you understand, you can interpret the same thing as 1 means you are having some voltage, 0 means you are having nothing, no voltage, or whatever voltage you are having, you can neglect that one. Okay, so basically the thing is, whenever you are having nothing or nothing, you will get nothing as your uh, logic operation of OR gate. So in the same way, nothing plus something, you will get something. Something plus nothing, you will get something. Something plus something, you will get something. That something is 1. Okay, so remember this thing. It resembles OR gate resembles binary addition, but binary addition and OR logic operations, they are different. Okay, it is resembling only. So till now we have seen three things. One is AND, OR, and NOT. NOT gate is basically acting as an inverter. Okay, so we have seen that if you are giving this is a whatever we have talked for AND and OR gate, these are two inputs for two inputs till now. So if we are taking an A and B, F equal to A dot B, remember this thing, AND means A dot B. Okay, remember this thing. Okay, or whenever you are doing OR operation of two variables, you will get A plus B. This is OR. Okay, this one is OR. This one is AND. Okay, and this one is very simple. Whenever you are giving A, you will get A bar. Okay, so remember this thing. Okay, now we talk about timing diagrams. So timing diagrams are basically when you are plotting your graph with respect to time. Okay, so like in some cases you are toggling or you are changing your input from 1 or 0 because it's your freedom. Okay, they are variables A or B. In the previous slide, like they are variables, you can change according to your need the value of A or B. Okay, at some point you can take B equal to 0, at some point another point you can take B equal to 1, and you can have different combination in different time according to the working property or according to the need of the machine or yourself. Okay, so basically a timing diagram is a graph of input and output relation with respect to your time. Okay, and these gates are having and their delays. So in this proper timing diagram, we are neglecting those gate delays. So whenever you are, I am considering that whenever you are changing your input, yeah, at at that instant only your output get changed. Okay, so suppose for an example I am taking A equal to this. Okay, for t0 to 2, and t0 I am considering as a starting time, t6 I am considering as an end time. Okay, otherwise I need to represent till infinite, or where from wherever I have started I need to draw my graph from that point. So I am considering that t0 my starting point and t6 my end point, and between these timings, okay, I am changing my graph from 1 to 0, 0 to 1. At t1, I am changing the graph of A, means the value of A from 1 to 0, and then I at t3, sometime t3, I am changing again from 0 to 1. Okay, this I am considering at my input side. This I am doing, or machine is fluctuating. Okay, because this is your input A and this is also your input. Okay, so according to these two values, if you compare like what's the timing diagram for AND gate operation, OR gate operation, and NOT gate operation, you will see like for suppose we start from here. Okay, from A bar. So basically A bar means whatever there in A, you need to reverse that one. Whenever it is 1, you will get 0. Whenever there is 0, you will get 1. Okay, and whenever there is 1, you will get 0. Okay, so basically I am taking this A and I am uh, complementing in term of I'm inversing that inverse, doing the inverse of this graph. Okay, 1 with 0, 0 with 1. Okay, let's come to this AND operation. So basically I told you the AND operation of between all the combinations of 0 and 1, if A is having some value, either it can be either 0 or 1. Similarly B can be either 0, 1. So you can check, you can make this graph from values, whatever values I am giving here for A and B. For T0 to T1, A is 1. Okay, for T0 to T1, B is 0. So 1.0. Okay, 1.0, I know that 1.0 is 0. Okay, Pallav, do you have any doubt? Okay, so if you don't have any doubt, we will proceed further. So this is 1.0 and I'm getting 1.0 equal to 0. Similarly, I will go for this second time interval, that is T1 to T2. For T1 to T2, it is A is 0, this is 0, and 0.0 is 0. And from T2 to T3, A is 0, but V is 1. So 0.1, again it is 0. Okay, so three combinations we have seen till now, and fourth combination from T3 to T4, that is 1, and this is also 1. Okay, so 1.1 is 1. So I am getting here this 1. Okay, after this, this B value is 0 for T4 to T5 and T5 to T6. So 0 dot anything I'm getting as 0. So in this way, I have made the timing diagram, which is depending upon this input A and B, and from the I have made this diagram for the interval T0 to T6, considering that the gate AND gate which I am using for this case having no delay. Okay, and let's go to this OR gate. So the OR gate operation, we already know that it is represented by this plus symbol, and we already have understand the truth table for this one. Then we will see that A is 1, this is 0. So 1 plus 0, that is 1. Okay, 0 plus 0 for T1 to T2, 0 plus 0, it is 0. 0 plus 1, it is 1. Okay, 1 plus 1, it is 1. 1 plus 0, it is 1. 1 plus 0, it is 1. Okay, so in this way, we have seen that the timing diagram of AND gate, OR gate, and NOT gate. Okay, let's go further. So basically, whenever you are designing any combination logic from any functions, okay, combination logic circuit, so you need to use these three basic gates. With the help of these three basic gates, you can design any function. Okay, so basically, I'm considering one example that f equal to a bar plus b dot c bar plus a bar dot b bar. So you can see that I have this function f is having three variables a, b, and c. Okay, and here it is a bar, it is c bar, a bar, b bar. So what you need to do, you need to take some NOT gates for a. Okay, for conversion of a into a bar, one NOT gate for conversion of c into c bar, and one NOT gate for conversion of b into b bar. Okay, then you need to place your combination in such a way. Okay, so I don't want a, so I am only giving a to my NOT gate. Okay, this one. I want B and B bar both. So B bar is this. This is your B bar, and B I am taking as separately. Okay. I don't want C. I need only C bar. So this is my C bar. Okay. Then from this dot operation, I can say that I need two AND gates. One for BC bar, one for A bar B. Okay. So this wire is basically connected here. So this is BC bar. So I'm getting output as BC bar. This is A, and here I am getting A bar. So basically this is your A bar. And the middle thing is B dot C bar. No, no, no. That is okay. B dot C bar already implemented. A bar dot B bar. So this is B bar, and this A bar I am getting here as A bar, and this is A bar B bar. And after these things, I want to add these three things, or I want to do OR logic operation in these 1, 2, and 3 things. Okay. So in this case, I have used one OR gate having 3 input. Okay, so this is one input, second input, and third input, and my final f is this function. Okay, so in this way, I can represent any function with the help of AND gate, OR gate, and NOT gate. Okay, into its circuitry form. Okay, so now we will see like how we can make truth table, and what's like if truth table of the two functions are same, what will happen. Okay, so we are taking like two cases. one with the truth table of f and g, and those two f and g are the function of a, b, and c, and these a, b, c are acting as our input, and f and g are two different output. Okay, so for all combinations, for truth table, we need to write all combinations of input. So here in this case, we have written the all combinations like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. All 8 combinations are there. You can see in this table for ABC, and you can analyze this thing also, like F and G are having same truth table, same values, same location of 1 and zeros. Okay, and basically what from for these for creation of these truth tables, I have considered f equal to a bar dot b c bar plus a bar b f, and for creation of z I have considered this equation. Okay, so because these two truth tables are same, okay, I can interpret this one as like f and g, both the functions are same. Later on, when we are minimizing this when we learn how to minimize this function, we will see like how f and g are same. Okay, by seeing, if you don't, suppose you don't know anything about digital, and by seeing this equation and this equation, you can say that these two equations are different, like when you are seeing these equations for first time. Okay, this is a bar b dot c bar plus a bar b bar, and the g equation is a bar plus b dot c bar. Okay, so the thing is why we are learning and minimization of expression in further classes, because whenever you are dealing with some whenever you need to design some circuit, the most important thing is you need to be you need to take care of cost of that circuit, and you need to take care of size of that circuit. Size means, like, suppose if you want to implement some function k, and for designing that function you are taking consideration of like 100 or 200 logic gates. Okay, so for implementation of that 200 or 100 logic gates, you need a broader area. Okay, on your breadboard or on your PCB. But if you can minimize that function k, where you just need 7, 8, or 10 gates, okay, you need a very less area in comparison to the previous case. Okay. And if like this and these two circuits, using 200 gate and another using 10 gates, can perform the same operation. So what you are saving a lot of cost. Okay, you are the second thing, you are saving a lot of area for implementing other circuits also. Okay, you are reducing the size of your device. Okay, you are reducing the propagation delay of your propagation delay from input to output, and you are reducing the delay of your device. Okay, you are reducing the lag time of your device. Okay, so for all these reasons, we are learning minimization minimization of any logical function. Okay, so from here we can analyze that f and g are having the same truth table, and we can say that f and g are identical; they are the same function. So whatever I said, if I implement the previous function for f, I will get this circuit. Okay, if I implement the previous second equation for z, I will get this this type of circuit. So what you can see that in this first one, I am using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gates, and this second example I am using only 4 gates. So implementation of 4 gate means I have reduced the cost like by 2 gates. Okay. And the second thing is I have reduced the size also. And the third thing is I have reduced the propagation delay from input to output also. Some other type of logic gates are NAND gate and another one is NOR gate. Some more are XOR gate, XNOR gate. So first we will see NAND gate. NAND gate is basically an universal gate. AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate are the basic gates. Okay, with the help of these gates, you can make any circuitry. It's conventional. Okay, you can make any circuit. Okay, in a similar way, like NAND gate are universal gates. Universal gate means with the help of this NAND gate, with the help of only with the help of this NAND gate, you can design any function. Okay. So if you have function and if you want to design with basic gate, you need at least three gate, like in most of the cases. Like one is AND gate, second is OR gate, and third is NOT gate. Okay, but if the same function you are designing with a universal gate, which is NAND, so you need only and only NAND gate. Later on, we will see NOR gate. If you are designing any circuit with NOR gate, you can design that circuit with the help of only and only NOR gates. Okay, so that's why we are saying these two gates are universal gates and these are our basic gates. Okay, so we will see all those things in like next lecture when we take consider of some examples for designing circuit using universal gates. Okay, so in this one we will see what is NAND gate first. Okay, so NAND gate symbol, this symbol is basically and a AND gate with one NOT gate in the front of it. Okay, so whenever you are giving X and Y as your input, okay, you will get X dot Y and not of it. Okay, so basically you are getting X dot Y and not of it. Okay. So you already know the truth table of X dot Y. You already know this thing. Okay. In this case, what you need to do, you need to complement that table. So in the previous case, you already know that X dot Y, if I write separately, the table for X dot Y, 0 dot 0, you already know this is 0, 0, 0, 1. Only and only when both the inputs are 1, I am getting output as 1 for my AND gate. And this NAND gate is basically X dot Y bar. So basically you need to complement all the things. Okay. So you will get 1, you will get 0 whenever your X and Y both are 1. Okay. So this is the uh, truth table of NAND gate. And NAND gate you can represent like with AND gate and one AND gate. The second thing is this is one more universal gate. Okay, NOR gate. NOR gate representation is symbolic representation is in this way. Okay, so NOR gate basically you are doing the OR operation. This is your OR operation of X and Y, and then you are having one NOT gate. So this is one NOT gate. Okay, so this is basically X plus Y and complement of that. Okay, so X plus Y you have already known. Like whenever you are doing OR operation, whenever there is any 1, your output is 1. So in these three cases, your output is 1, and in this case, there is no 1, so your output is 0. Okay, so for this one, what you need to complement these things. Okay, you need to complement this last one. So by complementing, you are getting 1 in place of 0, zeros in place of 1. And you can say that I will get output 1 only if both the input X and Y or all the inputs are in 0 state. Okay. So the same thing we can represent, the NOR thing we can represent as one OR and one NOT in front of it. Okay, if you don't have NOR gate ICs, we will see what is the IC number and how it is looking. Okay, so you can implement NOR gate with and or and not. So one more type of gate is exclusive OR. Okay, so the exclusive or symbol is represented in this way, gate representation, and it is basically X XOR Y. Exclusive, or we can say it as a XOR also. So this is the notation for XOR. Okay, plus with a circle. And if you expand it further, you will get X Y var plus X bar Y. Okay, this is the notation for this XOR operation. So if you substitute all possible combinations of X and Y, like if you substitute 0 and 0, substitute 0, 0, in the place of X, substitute 0, in the place of Y, substitute 0, you will end up with 0 as your value of Z. Okay. Similarly, if you substitute these values, you will end up with these values. Like for 0, 1, it is 1. For 1, 0, it is 1. And for 1, 1, it is 0. From this table, I
Excuse me,
can,
sir.
yeah.
Sir, can you please ask Jyothna to mute?
Okay. So, like this is exclusive OR gate, and basically we are using exclusive OR and exclusive NOR gate in operations where we are like dealing with some mathematical operation. Okay. Like whenever we are designing mathematical operations where like in case of adder, subtractor, all those things we need to implement, we are using mainly exclusive OR in place of basic gates, okay, to reduce our circuitry size. Okay, so from this thing you can analyze one point, okay, from exclusive OR gate truth table. The point is, like whenever like your inputs are different, if you are taking consider of two input XOR gate, okay, two input XOR gate, whenever you consider this one, whenever both the inputs are different, you are getting one at your output. Okay, see, either they can be 0 1 or 1 0, they need to be different. If they are different, in these two cases you are getting 1 as your output. If they are same, you will get 0. Okay, so basically this thing you can interpret in this way also, like I am comparing two numbers, I am comparing two bits. If the two bits are equal, I am getting 0, and if they are not equal, I am getting 1. Okay, is that clear? So after this, like I'm taking one more XNOR, and XNOR basically you can see this. Remember this symbol notation and this expression also. Okay, and if you go next, you can see there is only one difference. I am putting one NOT gate. Okay, I am putting this NOT gate in front of this XOR gate. And if I put this NOT or bubble in front of XOR, I will get XNOR. Previous one is XOR, exclusive OR. This one is exclusive NOR, that is XNOR. Okay, so what I am doing, I am doing the XOR of X and Y, and I am doing complement of that one or bar of that one. Okay, and this representation of this one is with a dot and a circle. Okay, so I can represent that Z as a X, and that representation of X NOR, we are reading this as a X NOR, X NOR Y. Okay, so basically the thing X NOR Z equal to X NOR Y is basically you are doing complement of your previous table. So previously when you are taking Z of XOR, this is for XNOR. Previously, what is there, when the two inputs are different, you are getting 1, and other cases you are getting 0. In this case, what you are getting is the reverse of XOR gate. Okay, so whenever if you are considering the two input case, whenever the two inputs are in the different stage, you are getting 0, and whenever they are in the same stage, you are getting 1. Okay, so this is like XNOR gate. So this you can also use as your comparator. Right. Okay, and later on, like after 2 lectures, we will see the implementation of all these things, how they are acting as a comparator, because comparator is a different topic.